Welcome to 16 questions, everyone. I'm doing something different. I'm starting with this document, if I don't have any guests, to draw you out. I'm not going to just put myself on screen and beg you to join me. I'm going to use this document, and if there are any takers, then you know what you have to do. You click on that. Well, if only it was so easy as clicking on that link. You do have to type in the HTTPS : / and the rest of it. So that is the link if you want to join me. And the link is in the post as well. So I have a 16 questions participant by the initials RG. RG is going to be the first in the lukewarm seat. I have another person beginning with you, and it's one word, and I don't know who you are. I'm going to have your full name, you, and also I can't see who you are. Your camera's not on. I need to see who you are before I put you on screen. All right, that scared that person off, or maybe they'll come back, but I need you fully identified. I know, RG, I know. All right, so if you want to join me in the lukewarm seat, that is your guest link. Use that, please, and join me. I'm now going to welcome Rusty. Rusty Gaylord. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Very good. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. Happy to be with you.
What do you know about this show?
Almost nothing, to be honest. I had someone say, "Hey, you should go check out Andy's thing." So I found the link on LinkedIn Live. Wasn't hearing anything, so I said, "Oh, I'm going to jump on StreamYard. Maybe I'll be able to hear you better." And no, here I am.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You never ever do that. Never just. All right. Who was the person that was recommending?
Do you remember? Chella Diaz.
Oh, excellent. Yes, Chella is she's a follower. She's a member of the 16 questions aficionado crowd. All right, so it works like this, Rusty. I'm going to ask you to choose a set of 1 to 25, and each set has 16 questions. And then I'm going to ask you these 16 questions. These questions, don't really have correct answers, and you'll see what I mean by that. Some do, but I like to mix it up. Choose a set, Rusty. What would you like? 1 to 25. Which number strikes you as
22? Sounds like a good number today.
Dude, 22. Here we go. Scrolling down, there it is. All right, Rusty Gaylord, are you ready for 16 questions?
I am ready and quite curious.
Excellent. Here we go. What was the last song you sang along to?
Oh boy.
That could be a song, by the way. Oh boy.
It's something like "Pick Me Up Off the" or "Get Me Off the Ground." Pick me up off the ground. I don't know exactly what it's called, but something like that.
Gonna have to Google that. Have you ever driven a stretch of road in autopilot and not remembered driving it?
Oh, yes.
Many times, yeah. Right?
And sadly, it wasn't the autopilot that the car was equipped with. It was the, I was on autopilot.
I hear you. And so what about is this a route you've frequently traveled that you just switch off? Yeah. Okay.
Well, we've all been working from home, but I started working from home a little earlier. But when I was commuting regularly, yeah, I mean, I think we go on autopilot a lot in our lives. And this happened to me, I would start off intending to go to a friend's house, and I would find myself 10 minutes later on the way to work. And like, wait a minute, I don't want to go to work. I'm trying to go to my friend's house, but my mind was somewhere else, and I was just going down the habitual path.
Our brains do that, don't they? They allow us to zone out, I think. And it's not, I don't think it's a safety thing, because clearly, we're doing all the right things if we're driving, but you're right. Sometimes we zone out. I don't think it's a bad thing. Have you ever gone sleepwalking?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not even as a kid?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Which of your vices or bad habits would be the hardest to give up?
Oh. Well, I would say based on experience so far, it's my negative self-talk.
Oh,
It's
oh,
I'm relatively loosely attached to other things in my life. I've given up sugar, I've given up alcohol, so I've done those kinds of things just to experiment with them. I've tried to give up the negative self-talk, but somehow that one keeps creeping back in.
can you give an example?
Oh, I just like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not going fast enough. I'm not,
Right,
whatever I'm
right,
doing isn't good enough.
right.
All of those kinds of things.
Those nagging doubts still creeping in.
Yeah.
What really needs to be modernized?
Education.
Ooh, in
I,
what?
uh,
Yeah,
I, I'm a,
in what way?
well, this may sound trite, but kids are our future, and
Yeah,
our education system was built during the industrial era when people needed to have this basic set of skills, but we're not teaching. Like, knowledge is cheap. You can Google anything, you can find something
right,
on YouTube that instructs you on how to do it, but how do
right,
you work with other people, and your sense of creativity, and your self-talk, right? What I was just talking about, like
right, right.
teaching kids about that, like how do you manage yourself so that
Yes,
you can learn and grow and work well with other people and continue to evolve as a person.
right, right.
I just think that that's nowhere in the curriculum in most
Yes,
schools.
yes.
And that, like, of all the skills that we need to be successful in life, man, that's up there.
100%. Yeah, I agree with you. There's so much more than the rote learning system. And I don't pretend to know exactly what goes on in my child's classroom, but there's times when my wife and I have gone, is she actually being taught how to study? Right? Because that's the key thing here. If she can study this stuff by herself and left her own devices, rather than when she's in a classroom in front of the whiteboard. And that's not the modernization we're talking about. It's a modern approach to self-inquiry,
Yes.
discipline, going where you want to, and enjoying absolutely everything about the process. Is that happening?
Right.
Hopefully. How comfortable are you speaking in front of large groups of people?
I am comfortable speaking in front of large groups. I always will get that little flutter of anxiety for the first minute or 2 minutes, but
Yeah.
um, had you asked me that 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said no way. But that's been part of my journey over the last couple of years.
I was going to ask if you were a natural. I don't think there are many people in the world that are natural public speakers. It's just a very odd concept, isn't it? That you stand up and you address, you orate to an
Yeah.
audience. It's just not done. But it's interesting because I went through the same kind of journey. I was forced to become a presenter, and initially, shockingly bad. I mean,
Mm.
so bad you wouldn't believe. And then the more I did it, you just get comfortable, and you
Yeah.
can't help but improve. I think the more you do it, which is, I hope, a
Well,
positive message for everyone.
but Andy, I think what you're talking about is exactly what we were talking about education,
Uh
right? It's
huh.
like, are you willing to tolerate that kind of evolution? Are you willing to go through that
Right.
process of being terrible the first time? But
Yeah.
everyone's terrible the first time, right? Think about
Yes.
the first time you rode a bike, or the first time you tried long division, or any of that stuff. It's like,
Right.
you learn as
Absolutely.
you go.
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. When was the last time you slept more than 9 hours?
A couple of nights ago.
Lucky soul.
Well, lucky, I guess, in one sense, but I also take that as, that was my indication of, like, when I'm not able to get out of bed and I'm just like lying there, that was my indication that something's going on here that I need to address, because anyway, it was an invitation.
And was the precursor to that nice long sleep? Was that a particularly exhausting day, mentally or physically, or did it just happen to come along that, oh, I got my full quota that night?
It just happened to come along, and it was, at my, I'm entering that stage of life where I don't sleep continuously for 9.5 hours.
Oh boy, I know exactly what you're talking about. What bit of trivia do you know now that is very interesting but also useless?
Trivia. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I'm not sure how do you even answer that. I'm not much of a trivia guy myself. That would be a hard one to answer for me.
Nothing sticks out. Fair enough.
No.
You can come back to that if something pops in. What animal or plant do you think should be renamed?
Renamed. Where do you come up with these questions, Andy?
Oh, dude, the internet's a wonderful thing, but also my mind.
Let's see. How about the animal or plant? I think maybe marijuana.
Marijuana? Yeah, that's a tough one. And people have obviously given it lots of different names.
Yes. Well, I know it has many different names, which are more playful and fun than the original.
Yes, agreed. When is censorship warranted?
Whew.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
That is a heavy one, especially in light of the era that we live in now.
Oh yeah.
I think this is a really challenging thing. You know, I find outright censorship, I find to be challenging. But the idea that I was exploring, which I think might be interesting, is to have some kind of rating on information or quote unquote news, right? Things that people share as claiming it to be truth.
Right.
But, you know, in these days of AI and machine learning and like the massive compute power that we have, it should be pretty easy to validate those things against standard news sources.
Yes.
And have a score. Like,
absolutely,
you know, A, B, C, D, F, or 1 to 10 or something. So
agreed.
I'm not sure I buy into censorship outright, but I think having some kind of metric would be helpful.
Right. What's the expression? You're welcome to your own opinion, but not your own facts.
Right.
Yeah. What actors or actresses can't play a different character because they played their most famous character far too well?
Oh, I've actually there's an interesting article, and it's I can't remember her name, but it's the woman from The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews. That was her name.
Yeah.
She basically after that movie, she barely got to do anything else because
she was
she was so identified with that one role.
Stereotype. Yep, that's a good example. What's something that all of your friends agree on?
Well, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and so the friends, at least who are vocal and talk about it, are pretty aligned politically.
Got it. What's something... Oh, I already asked that. What languages do you wish you could speak?
Oh, Spanish, 100%. My partner's from Colombia, and so she and her friends speak Spanish all the time, and I understand some, but I haven't gotten over the hump in terms of speaking.
Got it. What's something that everyone, absolutely everyone in the entire world can agree on? That's a hard one. That's a hard question. I'm not sure there is an answer to that.
Life, well, it's some aspect of life, and it's, you know, it's not necessarily that life is beautiful, because not everyone will agree with that, or life is precious, not even everyone will agree with that, but something that like life is unique, and there's aspects of your journey that are unique, but at the same time there's aspects that are in common. So there's some element there about the journey of life. I don't know quite how to encapsulate it.
No, you did. That's a great answer. Penultimate question, Rusty. What's some insider knowledge that only people in your line of work have?
That the only thing standing between you and what you really want in your life, the kind of relationships and career and job and all of that you really want, is you.
That's good stuff. Final question. What's the worst hairstyle you've ever had?
I had a mullet when I was a junior in high school. Oh yeah. Short on the sides, nice and long, and my hair gets curly when it's long. So it was like curly.
Oh yes, that'll be a good one. Rusty Gaylord, thank you so much for submitting yourself to 16 questions in the lukewarm seat. How do you feel?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed the questions. They were interesting, thought-provoking, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you, and thanks again for joining me.
Yep. See you, Andy.
Have a happy hump day. I'm going to put you back in the studio and see if we have any other takers. All right, so I'm going to put this screen back up. This is the URL. If you'd like to join me, you got to type in that URL. And if we don't have any other takers, I know there are 16 watching, then that's fine. We can just have Rusty in the seat today, and I'll do it again on Friday at 6 p.m. Central. But this is a participation show. I do want you to join me if you can, but it's totally okay if you can't today. So let me put that up just for the next 5 minutes or so. That's your chance. Ella Glasgow. Hello.
Hello, Andy.
What have you done? Why did you do that, Ella?
Because I was like, I haven't actually met Andy yet, but you keep popping up on my
I do that. I'm known to pop up in the feed.
Hello, Andy. And I just realized I had you totally looping, so sorry about that.
No worries. Just if you can, just either close the LinkedIn app or mute the sound on your device.
I did, and I'm gonna be a good girl and pop
You've
my
done
headphones in. You were just like, it's only gonna be 5 more minutes. And I was like,
Yeah. I know it would have been a short show. Just would have been me and Rusty, but now we got Ella Glasgow. Yes, a little factoid for you. My dad was born in Glasgow.
Really?
Yes.
Factoid for you, I've never been to Glasgow, but I want to go.
You have to go. It's a fantastic city. It's very, very warm-hearted. Do you like a drink? Do you like alcohol?
I like to see, if my husband was here right now, he'd be like, answer that question for us, please. Because it literally takes this much for me.
Oh, that's good. I think that's a good thing, frankly.
I like to drink, but my body doesn't agree.
I hear you. That's okay. Ella, what do you know about the show?
I know that you're asking 16 questions.
Yeah.
I just read your post. Apparently, we're having right now too much fun. So we have to tone it down.
I totally made that up. But someone, I think Nicole said, "Oh, how dare they do that?" No, Nicole, I was making that up. I was fibbing, just doing a bit of marketing. So you got a choice of 1 to 25, right?
Okay.
And we just did number 22, so that's out.
Okay.
For today. What's your choice, Ella? 1 to 25.
And this is just picking a number, not knowing.
Yes, not knowing at all anything about these sets of 16 questions. It's a risk. It's a big risk.
Oh, Lord. 1 to 25, you said, and 22 is out?
22 is out, yes.
I'm choosing 16 for the 16 question show.
I like the way your mind thinks. I like it. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
No.
Good. Me neither. Here we go. If you could time travel, what year would you travel to and why? Look at the face.
I'm going to be controversial and just review. I saw this video. Oh, it was a comedian. So bad, so wrong. It was a comedian. I don't know her name. She's new to me, but she is brown like me. And she said she grew up kind of like I did in a fair of skin neighborhood.
Right.
We're going to a fair of skin school. Yes. And they had 50s Day. And she was like,
yeah,
and she was like, so I didn't know what to do because I just wore a sign that said, "We shall overcome."
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's why I said I'm going to be controversial. So
Yeah.
what timeline would I travel to? I like where we are right now.
I hear you. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, 1950s and making good trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can travel to a timeline and people be decent and actual humans, for the things that were going on, like all of the fun things like with musicals and stuff going on in the 40s and 50s, I would love that just because I liked that stuff.
Yes.
But if I could be me and also be able to enjoy it.
Right. Then you would want to be transported to that exact time.
Yes.
And that time. Yeah, I mean, hopefully in the future, right, that we will all be getting on and being like nice to each other and just being kind humans. How about that? Number two.
Thought.
Yes. Number two, have you ever dipped anything into a fondue? If yes, what and where?
Have I dipped anything into a fondue? Yes. It was bread. And what else did we have? There were vegetables. There were lots of
what kind of veggies?
I think there was broccoli. I haven't done fondue. I'm gonna have to talk to my husband about that. We haven't done fondue in a really long time. It's about time. But every time we go, and this is why I remember why we haven't done it in a while. It's because every time we go, we get annoyed and we're like, we just want food. We just want food.
It takes too long.
It's not enough. It's like a really huge price for a not enough food.
Yeah. It's true, right? With sushi, you're getting big mouthfuls of rice and what have you. And with the fondue, you're waiting for it to heat up, and then you're putting these little morsels in, and you swish, and then it drops off, and then and then you're picking it out with the fork. It's like, it's a lot of faffing around.
There's so much. We just did sushi 2 days ago.
Was it good?
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. They were like, I feel like the cuts of the sushi rolls or the rolls themselves are getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. Remember when they used to be like this and
and now it's a big like in one bite. Agreed.
Yeah.
Are you worried about climate change?
Am I worried
about
climate change?
Yes.
I'm not going to say that I'm worried. Am I concerned? Because I think those are two different words and they create two different feelings and energies inside yourself.
Right.
When we're worried, totally turning this into like a philosophical show. When we're worried, we can't really do anything. But when we're with concern, we can, because worry strangles, right?
So more action oriented. Yeah.
Right.
Where did Prince die?
Where did Prince die?
Yeah, where did he pass away?
I don't know. That's a tough one for me because I have friends who were friends with him and worked with him. So that is a tough one because I know that they were really, really hurt when that happened. So I don't know.
You want to skip it?
Let's.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. That's very sad. He was gone too fast.
Really, truly.
Oh yeah. What a talent. What would you require in your concert contract? You know the rider that you hear bands have, and some of them are very pernickety, and they want this, and M&Ms and Pringles and all kinds of specialized things. What would you have in your concert contract?
I'll tell you what I do have in my concert contract.
What? What now? What is this you speak of? You actually have a concert contract?
I have a performance contract, yes, because I perform.
What do you do?
I haven't performed in a while. I haven't used that particular contract in a while. I sang,
really
stuff. But
sing something right now, Ella. Sing something.
Wait a minute. See, this is what people do.
You don't have to, but I'd love to hear. We'd love to hear it.
Let me think for 3.7 seconds because you really did put me on the spot.
If you're game, you don't have to.
I'll sing something. I don't mind. But let me do it. Let me think for a second while we're talking about what's in my rider. Room temperature water. I don't like. I mean, I will drink ice water. Like there was ice in this, but
really?
I prefer room temperature water. And many times I get ice cold
because people just make that assumption,
right? Which is sweet, and I don't say anything to them.
Yeah.
But I have since put into my rider room temperature water for me, please.
So does it give you brain freeze? Why do you prefer it? Because I mean, most people, I mean, I think it's fair to say, right, I fill this sucker up with ice, and I love the way it keeps it ice cold.
Right.
So
it really had to do with. So I'm not going to give any scientific reasons because I haven't done all the research in the science, but just from a logical perspective, just it can constrict the vocal folds. That the water is getting to the vocal folds, because if it did, you would choke and die, and that would be bad. But just that coldness, that ice cold in a place that you just took the time to warm up.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Have you had time enough to think to give us a blast of something?
I'll sing a little bit of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I just did for my husband's mother a couple of weeks ago because she likes to hear me sing songs too.
All right. Do it.
Okay. Don't clear your throat like that. If my laryngologist was watching, he would be mad at me. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, tiny little bluebirds, those bluebirds fly. If birds fly over the rainbow, why can't I?
Wow! Woohoo! Whoa, Ella! That was fantastic. Hairs back on my neck. Woo, Rusty, you better be coming up with your you're gonna be singing to no, you won't, but follow that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Really, really, truly wonderful. Very well done. Nailed it.
Thanks.
All right. Right back to the questions. Have you ever gone camping?
I just went camping 2 weeks ago.
How coincidental. Now, was it camping or glamping?
I'm going to say it was camping because there was nothing glam about it. But there were cabins. So my family and we go camping where my husband's mother is in New York. And it is like in the country, up in the real upstate New York, not the pretend upstate. It's the upstate where T-Mobile thinks that we are in Canada, and we are not.
Wow, that gives a nice parameter right there. No, we are not in Canada, but that's how north.
Yeah.
If a movie was made about your life, who would you want to play you?
If a movie was made about my life,
Yeah, which actress?
I'd want me to play me.
Yeah, because I can do it best. Yeah.
But because the people that I'm thinking about right now are still the same age as me or not too much younger. Let's choose Rihanna.
Rihanna. Oh,
Yeah.
good one. Name a band or musician that you just don't understand why so many people love.
A band or musician that I don't.
Yeah, you don't get it. You don't understand the popularity.
You know what? I'm gonna be so bad. I can't think of one, honestly, right now. I can't think of one right now that I don't understand why people love them.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's good. So essentially what you listen to, you like, right?
Exactly.
And you don't think, yeah. What color were the Skittles Van Halen forbade backstage? You know, in his rider?
Yeah.
And you know why he did that, right?
I do know why.
Yeah, because attention to detail.
Exactly.
He knew if they messed up on that
we don't need any of our pyro to explode us today. So
right.
We're gonna need you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're gonna need to know that you got those Skittles right.
This is just not a spurious request. This is a system, a safety system.
I'm so happy that you know that, because most people don't realize it's not because we're trying to be stupid or mean or rude.
It's smart. It's smart. I love it. I love it. Do you happen to know what the color were?
Was it green?
I think it was brown.
Brown?
I think it was brown. Yeah.
That makes more sense because there are no brown Skittles.
Ah, see, I don't eat them enough to know that. And I do like them. What does to gaslight mean?
Okay, this is crazy because I have literally only just learned this term probably within the last 6 or 7 months. Yes, because I had only ever heard it, or you know how you hear some words but you don't remember where you heard them from?
Yes.
But they took on a different connotation to you.
Right.
Because they were probably given in a different context.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was a comedic term. It is not.
No.
Not at all. Mm-mm. Not at all. I only just found that out because I have a friend who went through a situation a few months ago
where she was gaslit by someone else.
And I think I used the term thinking that it was meaning to thinking it was a term that could infer comedy.
Right.
And she set me straight right away.
Oh, she told you. Yeah. Very good.
I was like, I am so sorry, friend. I had no clue. I will not be using that again.
Right.
So.
Okay. Heavy one. Another heavy one for you. Was COVID created in a lab? What's your feeling?
So
or knowledge? Because no one really knows this.
Right. I haven't spent any of my mind energy on finding out whether or not it's been created in a lab.
Focusing on other things you can control.
Exactly.
What is your favorite insult?
A favorite insult that
that you can say on LinkedIn Live?
Well, no, it's more. Here's the thing. I can never think of insults in the moment.
Yes.
I have such good comebacks like 3 days later.
In
my mind.
Me too. Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they? Where were you when I needed this? I needed that to pop up right then so I could deliver. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have any good insults.
That's fine. What does per diem mean in Latin?
I don't know what it means in Latin. I just know that I get it.
Good. I think that's probably all you need to know, frankly, about per diem. You are, yeah, nailed it by the day. You are on an awkward first date. You want to leave immediately. What sentence can you say to get the other person to end the date?
What can I say?
Yeah, you got to get out of it, but like immediately. What can you say or do?
I'm going to tell you what happened today.
All right.
Not an awkward date, but an awkward moment because, and it's so funny because I was thinking about whether or not I was going to talk about this today, because oftentimes I go out without wearing my wedding ring just because I get like things on my hands. I feel constrained. My husband never takes his off, but his also doesn't get all goopy because he's a pastry chef and he was smart and he got one that doesn't get stuff in it.
Really?
So, yes. So yes. So mine often comes off so that I don't feel like I'm being constrained inside of this ring. Love my relationship, love my human man. So didn't have my ring on today as I don't have it on right now. And there was a gentleman at the Aldi store that I saw walking out, getting into his car, and you know when the moment's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like there was a look. There was a look as I put my cart and grabbed my quarter and I said, "Have a great day," and walked away, right? But that couldn't be the end of it. It couldn't be because he was parked next to me and I hear this honking and I was like, this is about to go down. This is about to go down right now in this moment. Okay. All right. I'm game. I'm game. Yes. Yes. I'm going to be real bad. I'm about to be real bad. I'm going to do my best. Are you from around here? In my mind, technically no, but for right now, yes. What is it that you need? Well, I am new to this area and I am looking to find a new car. Do you have a place where you can find a new car? In my mind, this is new. This is good. You know what? This is. I'm proud. I'm proud of you right now.
Car shopping. Yes, gentleman wants me to go car shopping.
I'm proud of you right now for coming up with something new. Apparently, these are the lines that are working nowadays.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
The place that we go to get our cars is always CarMax, and there is one in Easton, which is about 15 minutes away from here. Oh, is that where you go? Mm-hmm. I hope you have a good time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Mm-hmm. Backing up.
Oh, no. Hopefully that was the end of it.
That was the end of it.
Ooh, wow. That's an interesting one, isn't it?
I was like, but you know what? Bless his heart. The look happened because, he was looking for this. And I'm sorry. I was in my cuteness today without.
Don't apologize. Never apologize for looking amazing and yeah. Oh, that's awkward without a doubt. A new way of picking up single ladies, but not single at all, as it turns out. Right. CarMax, yes, I'll see you there. No, you won't ever. Penultimate question, Ella. What basic children's age level fact did you only find out embarrassingly later in life? What basic children's age level fact did you only recently find out?
I don't know if this is basic because both my husband and I did not know. Okay. We just found this out. Those questions that they do on Facebook and stuff, like math things, like here's this number and this number.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't say the answer in the comments or if you put, I'm going to delete it, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So there was this post that my husband found that was like, it was 2 times 2 plus 4 equals what?
I saw that one.
Did you see this one?
I saw that one.
Are you also, did you learn this math in school?
No, I didn't.
Okay. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Apparently, it equals 10. How we got there
Right.
and where this new math came from, I
Exactly.
don't know.
Exactly. It's Common Core. It's ridiculous.
Because someone said in the comments, this is your basic elementary math, whatever was taught when you were 5 or whatever. And I was like, not when I was 5.
Nope. Correct.
It was 16 when I was 5.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Common Core. Final question. Oh, I'm not going to ask this question because it's similar to another question.
Okay.
And and it's like, we've already covered this one. So I'm gonna ask you another question out of another set. Here we go.
P.S. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, P.P.S. You're very welcome. What's your favorite public holiday and why?
My favorite public holiday. These questions I'm so bad because I don't know that I have a favorite public holiday because I'm a performer by trade and I'm always working.
Oh, you're working them. Yeah.
So holiday. What is a holiday?
Yeah, you haven't had a chance to enjoy them. Oh, I feel sad. I feel sad about that. It's a shame.
But if I had to choose a favorite public holiday right now, I'm going to say, actually, it used to be New Year's for me and my husband. And we probably this year will get back to doing that because last year I made a vow and I've been telling my husband I was going to do this for years, but I was like, I'm not working New Year's Eve anymore.
Good for you.
And so I didn't work it last year. And along with a lot of other things, but it used to be it's so bad and we're wanting to get our child into this and this is wrong, but it's the day that we eat the most horrible food. We have to have Doritos, powdered donuts, Mountain Dew.
No, all of the good stuff.
And we're like, what's the thing that you want, kid? He's 6 years old this year. So we're like, what is the thing that you want? You're because he doesn't get junk any other time.
Right. Do you know what he wants?
I don't know because he just likes. I'm so sad about it. He used to think that fruits and vegetables were candy because that's what we told him were dessert.
I love it.
But he's been tainted by other children now, and he knows that this is not true.
Damn those other kids! Keep them away.
So anytime he gets a taste of any new candy, he's like, and he does this thing when he knows that he sees you eating something, and he's like, I would like some of that.
So cute. Always works. He knows what works. Ella, such a pleasure to have you on 16 Questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me play with you today. And so nice to meet you.
And you. It was really, really, really lots and lots of fun. I'm going to bring Rusty back. And Rusty, meet Ella.
Hey, Ella.
Hi, Rusty.
Nice to meet you. I love Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't get to hear all of the answers to your questions.
Well, there's the replay. That's what the replay is for. I mean, stunning, just stunning. Such a nice way to spend time today with you guys. And Rusty, thanks for hanging in the green room for so long so that I could bring you back just to say hi. You guys are bonded now by the 16 Questions experience.
Indeed.
And I'm very grateful, and I'm also grateful to everyone who watched us. And if you're a watcher this time, perhaps you can be a participant next time. And next time is Friday at 6 p.m. I do this every Wednesday, every Friday. All right, guys, have a wonderful hump day. Lovely weekend when it comes. And I'm going to say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.